Hello everyone, my name is Geeta Salunke. I am Assistant Professor in Department of ENTC Engineering at AISSMS Institute of Information Technology. Now I am going to explain AC to AC converters of power electronics. First of all, we will see the applications of AC to AC converters or controllers. It has wide range of use in the industry. Applications of controllers are light dimmers, AC motor controllers, heat controllers, uninterruptible power supplies. They produce an output voltage at the same frequency as that of input AC signal with variable amplitudes. Now we'll see different implementations. There are two types of implementations: integral cycle control and phase angle control. In case of integral cycle control, here full cycles of input waveforms are connected to the load, and the number of cycles to be allowed and to be blocked are decided on the output requirements. And the advantage is no transformer saturation, and disadvantages are low output voltage and discontinuous operations. In case of phase angle control, instant application of input voltage to the load is controlled. In this figure, some phase angle AC to AC voltage regulator topologies are shown. In first case, two SCRs are connected in anti-parallel. In second case, bridge and one SCR is used, and in third case, triac is used, and in fourth case, diode bridge and transistor is used. In case of AC voltage regulator, as the input is AC, SCRs are preferred. As we are controlling AC, to get controlled AC, two SCRs are required. SCRs are connected in anti-parallel fashion, which gives the opportunity to control current in both positive and negative directions. The switch combination is called as bidirectional switch, and the triac also has this bidirectional property, and the anti-parallel SCRs can be replaced by a triac. This is the general block diagram of AC voltage controller. The input is AC, will get output also AC across load. During the positive half cycle of input voltage, the power flow is controlled by varying the delay angle of the thyristor T1. T4 controls the power flow during the negative half cycle, and the firing pulses of T1 and T4 are kept 180 degree apart from each other, and the waveforms for the input voltage, output voltage and getting signals for thyristor and thyristor T1 and T4 are shown here. The first waveform is gate signal waveform of thyristors. Second one is the input supply voltage. This is AC. We will get the output voltage across load. It is shown by green line. It is again AC, and the red color waveform gives the load current passing through the load resistor R, and this is the last waveform which gives the voltage across thyristor. Now, if the delay angle of thyristors T1 and T4 are equal, the RMS output voltage Vout RMS can be found from the equation Vout RMS equal to under root 1 by pi integration from alpha to pi Vm square sin square omega t d omega t, and we will get Vout equal to Vf under root 1 by pi in bracket pi minus alpha plus 1 by 2 sin 2 alpha. Now we'll see the waveform when the load is inductive. These are the waveforms of output voltage across load and current flowing through the load when the load is inductive. The green line is output voltage and the red waveform is current. Thank you.